This is part of, it's part of our policy anytime we make contact.
I know. So, I don't know if you saw my last email.
Yeah, so all your emails were forwarded to the detectives. So
Okay.
everything that you emailed and compiled with the detective.
Okay.
And then they're working on your case and all that.
Okay, so that's one issue. The new issue that I have is the district attorney taking down information off of his Facebook pages when he's prosecuting members of the sheriff's department.
Okay.
Who do I report that to?
You could just send it and then we'll send it all over to the.
But here's the problem. You have a sheriff's deputies being prosecuted by the DA, and Jeff Rosen has made no secret about how he feels about Lori Smith. And I literally have gotten evidence he took down things related to a criminal prosecution that he's doing right now. And so where do we go when there's conflicts in the sheriff's department and the DA's office?
To be honest with you, all that's already probably being handled within the judicial system and whatever's going on.
No way. You have to have a prosecuting law enforcement agency.
And
The courts sit there and the judges don't do anything until you bring it to them. So what do I do when I have a DA who's gunning for me for a local rule violation, despite all the stuff that has just happened that I've uncovered? What do we do?
and I think you just keep documenting and keep sending it, and then we'll just keep sending up the chain. So my basically job is watch commander, so I'm watching over patrol division.
Okay.
So we have detectives that specialize in investigating crimes, making sure crimes fit the elements, and where they go, and then how they farm them out.
So,
and who they do
shouldn't this be going to the AG?
So our detectives have a lot more resources.
So they can refer it?
They can refer it, they'll read it, and
But
then they'll
what if
go
there's
do it.
so I'm not talking about the Patty Felice Antero thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the current criminal conspiracy from the 2018 election. Last week, I literally just discovered that Jeff Rosen has taken down all the relevant posts and pages on a complaint that I already had to the AG.
And honestly, I'm not too keen on all that stuff. So what I do is I send it to our detectives who have the time and they have the resources to look through all that stuff, and they go, hey, this goes to this person, or this person needs to be contacted to look into this.
Can they refer it to a federal agency?
They can refer it if it's out of their wheelhouse or that.
But they don't have to refer to the DA like everybody said.
Honestly, I can tell you that information. I don't know how they work. They have specialized training, and then they're way above what I do. So my function is patrol.
We have a serious issue here, and
I understand.
it's between two agencies. And what would a regular person do that doesn't know how to get public records? What would they do?
And just like I said, we've had conversations before offhand, and I take all your conversations and concerns, serious.
I appreciate everything you did, because when people come to you, I've watched all these victims come here and everything else. I've seen what they've done. I've seen how it is. They come to me the same way they come to you. They sound crazy. They sound hysterical.
No, I don't think they sound. You just take everybody for what it is, and
most people can't explain what it is, though.
Yeah.
They have a hard time. I know I've had a hard time.
Yeah.
And so when you're embroiled in it, I literally brought a rape victim here. I watched her. She couldn't even make copies in a copy store. Yeah. So these are issues that the sheriffs don't understand, the DA doesn't understand, and now we have people embedded in both departments where that election, the 2018 election, is probably more of an issue than the 2020 election was nationally.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of the facts and all that, and like the email you sent, it's very detailed and in depth. So that's when I sent it up, and then they'll look at it.
Okay.
So that's my course of action for you. So.
Thank you for calling the office of Governor Gavin Newsom. In order to expedite your call, please select from the following options. To continue in English, please press 1 now.
Because they're the ones who would be able to talk talk to you. Can I go ahead and get your first and last name?
My name is Susan Bassi, Bassi. And here's the deal. The government code is 6253A. That entitles me to access to public records. Your first and last name of the person answering the phone for the governor is a public record. I'm asking for access to that record right. That means that the moment I ask your agency during the hours of 9 to 5, I'm entitled to ask for your first and last name or any public record, and you have an obligation to give me access to that record. So I'm asking for access to that record.
Okay, so I'm not fully aware of that, so let me ask my supervisor.
You want to Google it? It's government code 6253A, and you won't need to waste time asking a supervisor.
Okay, I'll Google it. Give me one moment. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, did you hear me?
No.
I said last name is Gonzalez.
And are you Michelle with 2 L's or 1?
2 L's.
And how do you spell Gonzalez? With a Z or an S?
With a Z.
Great. Thank you, Michelle.
How do you spell your last name?
You don't need to ask my last name. That's actually illegal to ask somebody calling for public information their identifying information. Now,
well, we usually ask, if you're a reporter, we usually ask for your first and last name so we can go ahead and transfer you over and give them that information.
I get it, but usually when I encounter people who are not doing their job and don't know the law, then I no longer use my reporter hat, I use another hat. So now I'm asking for the public record of Gavin Newsom's current email that would get him access to him immediately. I need that record under Government Code 6253A.
We don't have his email public record. We have a web form.
Okay. Does the governor have an email account? How do you email him?
Not that I'm aware of.
Do you ever email the governor?
I don't ever email the governor.
Do you ever text him?
No, ma'am. And then what is the news organization that you're with?
You don't get to ask that either. I'm now asking for your supervisor or somebody that can give me access to the public record of all email accounts that Gavin Newsom uses under Government Code 6253A.
Okay, give me one moment.
Yes.
I have my director available.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Susan. What is it you're looking for?
Who am I speaking with?
Who am I speaking? What's your full name and what press agency are you calling from?
Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. I gave my name and my identification when I first called, and then Michelle...
Susan, I've asked you a question.
Yeah, I heard.
Answer the question?
I'm not the public official. I'm asking...
Are you able to answer the question that I posed to you?
I'm sorry, what was your name?
I asked you your question first. Can you answer my question?
No, I cannot.
Susan, I'll go ahead and transfer you over to the voicemail. You can leave whatever request you want at that
No,
voicemail.
no, sir.
Give yourself a good day.
No, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I am
I'm
going to...
transfer you over to the voicemail as you cannot answer my
Sir,
question.
I'm asking
Give
for
yourself a good
access
day.
to public
I'm not
records.
continuing on this conversation.
I am
Have yourself a good day.
asking for public records.
You've reached the office of the governor. Please leave your message.
Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
Yes, I'm calling to document that the governor's office is in non-compliance with Government Code 6253 as far as access to public records. I've had all of the staff members in the governor's office refuse to identify their first and last names, which makes it impossible to look up how much they are being paid. And I'm also asking for access to all email accounts that the governor uses, which are a matter of public record. I'm entitled to access to that information, and the office is refusing to give it to me in the middle of a global pandemic.
Sorry, Susan, right?
Yeah.
Susan, so you want to continue on the records?
Yeah. So our record supervisor has that. We're not allowed to let anybody in right now due to COVID, but you can make a request for anything. The other stuff that you do request and our policies, they're all online. So you're more than welcome to check our website for all that information that's accessible to the public.
Okay.
You can access it there for free. Go online and you'll be able to get it there. For anything else, if you do realize you want something from there or you want something that's not on there, you can make a request to a supervisor.
I know how to do the requests. I know
Okay.
that we're dancing around COVID a little bit, but the public records law doesn't take a total break for it. So what I'm asking, what I'm asking for is, I don't know what records I completely want. I haven't investigated your department. I don't know.
Okay.
What I'm asking for is, I'm asking for access to go in and see what are public records, because you guys should have them in there so that they're redacted and ready for anybody to look at, and not have to have someone, I shouldn't have to wait 10 days
Right.
to get them.
So, like he said, the public record supervisor has that information.
I-
Whatever information that you want, you can request it, okay?
I get it, and
We
that's
don't
one
allow
part of the
anybody
law.
in because of COVID, right? That's
Okay.
the reason why we're talking outside. And you wanted rosters and other information's on the department. It's all on our website.
Right, but
If you want a policy, our policy website. I'm just answering the questions that because you keep on asking more and more questions.
No,
So
what
let me
I'm
just
trying to
answer
do
what
is,
you already asked.
I understand that, but I'm trying to be really clear on the law. There's two parts of it. One, I can go 10 days and wait for the records that I know to specifically ask. A roster, basic stuff. The issue and the reason for access to records is, in there are records I don't know exist. And I can't tell what to request until I see what exists. So COVID, I'll wear a mask. Nobody else needs to be by me. Just, I want to see what there is to request.
Well, I've already told you the stuff that's available for the public.
Yes.
Including records that are available.
Yes.
That don't need any request are available on our website.
Okay. So are there any other records that are not available on the website that you have?
That you can make requests
That are
on. Sure,
digitized,
if you
like
want to request.
crime reports? Is that what you're asking?
No, because police reports and crime reports and things like that, I understand those are different. There's requirements for how that's reported.
So what details are you trying to I feel like you want to know something specific, right?
Right. Did you ever?
Like rosters, right? Like you asked for rosters. I said it's online, right?
Right.
So is there anything else that you're specifically looking for that I could answer and I could go ask if we have it?
I just want to see how you're storing public records and what there are.
Most of our files are digitized, right?
Okay.
And most of our the information that's digitized and released to the public is available on our website.
Okay, so that's what I'm asking, because the first thing I'm going to do is look for your policies on public records. Okay, so I'm trying to walk you through, because I got to do my job just like you guys got to do yours. So I have all the post trainings. I go through the public records and the policies and procedures. I understand how to do all that. I understand how to look through your website and everything else. But as things are being digitalized, what I'm looking for are public records that are not being uploaded anywhere, that may have a time limit that they're not being stored. Did you ever see that movie, Aaron Brockovich? Did you ever see it? Okay. You saw that movie?
No, I am unfamiliar with that movie.
Okay, so that's a movie, and she goes in and she's making records because you can walk into any public agency, see the records, decide what you want to inspect. So I could look and say, here's 10 boxes. I want to inspect what's in that box and then copy what I want out of that box.
Susan, so like I said earlier, right? I feel like we're going to just keep on going to go in circles. So
This is Susan Bassi, and if you're still with us, I want you to tune in to San Joaquin Valley Transparency's channel, because we're going to learn a thing or two about public records together.
Something funny?
Yeah.
Come on. When you say you're Officer Jones, do people go, really?
No, they do. They say that.
Well, Jones Smith. It's like the joke. I'm Jones. It's the name we always used to use.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have a really cute picture of you. Do you have a